I don't know. I think you can look at culture and the way that it has evolved through the circumstances they had to deal with. It's
Right.
like you look at like Canadians, right? And a lot of people are like, oh, Canadians are so nice. And it's like, think about how difficult life was in Canada before big cities. I'm talking about go to Calgary. I'm talking about go to Edmonton. Like, yeah, your neighbor's going to be nice to you when your life is dependent on it.
Yeah, it's negative 90
Negative
outside.
fucking 90 degrees. We all have a cattle farm or horses, and the hay isn't there, and we need to feed them. I need to be able to go to you and be like, hey, do you have some hay? Because all my cattle are going to fucking die. That's going to create some kindness. You live in New York where like the elements aren't going to affect it that much, and like you can kind of check out for most things, and as long as the water's pretty good and the food, yeah, we can be rude to one another because we can afford to be. We don't rely on each other as much.
Exactly.
Yeah, so it's like culture is like dependent on like how much you need to rely on one another and like what the elements provide you.
Yeah. That's a good way of looking at it.
Yeah, look how
it's like you think of like how like how disciplined and how good the engineering of the Germans were, but like you had to be on top of your fucking game if you're living in that freezing mountain weather, right?
Yeah, why were they good?
It's a good question. They were so good. They were so good at engineering.
Was there like a focus on intelligence? Was there a focus on like studying? Was there a focus on
I wish I knew the
education?
answer to that. But there had to be something, because you think Audi, Mercedes, BMW, Volkswagen, Porsche.
Yeah, they were teaching that stuff there before the United States was a country.
The Industrial Revolution played a critical role in catapulting Germany into engineering stardom. The Dresden Academy of Engineers was founded in 1743, where subjects such as mathematics, fortress construction,
hilarious. But you also look at
mechanics and the study of machinery were taught.
where all of like the great classical what is it called
music.
All the great classical
Juilliard?
No, the classical composers.
Okay.
I think most of them are from Germany as well. Like Germany must have experienced like a level of opulence for an extended period of time where like they could just go, I'm going to be an orchestra conductor. Like that's shit got to be good for a while.
A long time.
Where your job is blowing into a fucking horn. Right? Like think about like in human history, how long has it been where you could blow into a horn for a living?
Yeah.
So maybe they just had that for hundreds of years, and because of that, they could develop all this crazy shit. While everybody's basically trying to stay alive, trying to get to another season, like hoping it rains.
Could be.
Well,
there certainly has to be some sort of an effect.
Dual education system back long time ago, where they would split up theoretical and practical knowledge.
Wow. The study program combines the technical knowledge with the commercial expertise and is building networks between the subjects, which can be essential for the later job world.
Because this is what Germany had. France had the thinkers, but they're like, we're not going to do shit.
Philosophers,
exactly.
smoke cigarettes, get my dick sucked.
Exactly.
Yes.
I'm going to get my dick sucked.
Yeah.
Guy, girl, don't matter.
Yeah.
Right? But like...
What are you saying? Freedom fries.
But Germany was like, nah, we need some science too.
Yeah.
So France is
it's cold out here. We need better engines.
And France was just like, how many different espressos can we make?
Imagine if those motherfuckers came up with a bomb first.
The French?
No, the Germans. They're probably pretty close.
Where did Einstein come from?
Germany. Albert Einstein. Well, Oppenheimer too, right? Where's he from?
Operation Paperclip.
Yeah, Oppenheimer's not from Operation
No.
Paperclip.
Like,
oh yeah, Operation
historically
Paperclip.
speaking.
Wasn't that mostly NASA scientists though?
But weren't they all from?
Well, it's all rocketry, and rockets were used to deliver bombs too.
Yeah.
Like the rocketry program in Berlin was insane. Like Werner von Braun was an absolute legitimate Nazi who was in charge of a rocket factory in Berlin where they would hang the slowest Jews in front of the rocket factory. So when people would walk through, they would realize, like, this is the penalty if you work slow. That's Werner von Braun.
And then
That's the guy, we fucking brought him over from the Nazis to run our NASA program to get us to the moon.
Is that like the version? Is that like Michael Jackson?
What do you mean?
Where like the work is so good, you just like forget about the
Right,
fuck shit.
right.
like,
Wanna say Usama Makusa, wanna say Usama Makusa. 1943, the United States launched the ALOS mission, a foreign intelligence product focused on learning the extent of Germany's nuclear program. By 1944, however, the evidence was clear the Germans had not come close to developing a bomb and had only advanced to preliminary research.
wow.
How far away do you think it came from us going from preliminary research to the Manhattan Project? Like, how long was that? Thank God they didn't do it, though.